Okay, so let's get our pushback started here, guys. Welcome to the stream. My second attempt tonight. The first one went a bit AWOL, so here we go. We'll try again. We're in the 737 Zibo mod in Xplane, and we're delivering it over to KRSW, and we're all set up. We're just ready to get pushback here. In fact, we're getting pushback now. We're in a little airline called KVM Inspire. Yes, Jet Airways have bought this airline and is now a little subsidiary of Jet Airways. We're going to use it on a couple of little routes. It's a budget airline, and we've only got a 737-800 and an old 767-300ER at the moment, and we've made a few little changes to the livery. We've put our sort of the logo that's on the Jet Airways. We've put that on the back of this livery. If you have a look at it, it's the same as the Jet, just all different colours. But other than that, it's quite a nice little livery, I think. KVM Inspire. Now, this airline was going to close down, and after the little airline in Australia closing down this week, or last week I think it was, I don't want to see any more little airlines close down, so I grabbed this one, and we're going to see if we can actually make a go of this little airline and build it up a little bit, get it flying some little routes, and make some money. But no passengers today, of course. We are just delivering it over to KRSW. So let's go ahead and get our engine started. The APU air bleed is on. Fuel pump's on. Emergency lighting is on. We'll get a couple of good engine starts here, and then we will be underway. We'll get this plane over to KRSW, Southwest Florida, where we can start. They can start getting it ready and start putting it into service on some of the little regional flights over there. Get our camera in the right place for a good view for when we are taxiing. Okay, so we got one engine underway. Let's get the other engine underway here. How are you going with your flight simulator? I've been playing Microsoft Flight Simulator. I haven't done much in Xplane for a long time. Xplane does do the big jets really, really well, as far as the feeling, the immersion, and especially the sounds. And you'll notice that today if you watch the video. PMDG planes are just very, very quiet, but these ones really have a lot of immersion with the sounds in Xplane. Of course, I'm not a real pilot. It's been a long time since I sat in the cockpit of a real 737, so what the heck would I know? All I can go by is what feels good for me, what I enjoy. Okay, and that's the same for you. There's not many YouTubers have actually sit in the real cockpit of a 737, so it's not for us to judge what's right or wrong, which one is better, which one is worse. It's just all about what do you enjoy, okay? That's what it boils down to. And for me, I enjoy the immersion of having the sounds. Having the sounds really feel like it's part of you. You can really hear the rattling and the shaking. Okay, so let's put our engines on to continuous, put them onto the bus. Okay, put our packs on, and our yaw damper, and our window heats. de-icing. We'll turn off our APU bleed. Right, so we have clearance. We can head over towards the active. Get ready for our departure. I'll show you the flight plan soon, in case you would like to have a go at this little route. I've done it quite a bit in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Haven't done it much at all in Xplane. But this is the default vanilla out-of-the-box airport in Xplane, and look at all the liveries we have here. United, Delta, Southwest, some big airlines here. The airport is just full of life and full of traffic. Look at all the airlines, American Airlines over there. This is a vanilla airport out of the box, guys. Just amazing. This is the latest version of Xplane. Just lovely. Whoops, we missed our taxiway there a bit. Got a little bit lost here. A little bit lost. We're okay. We'll head over to that taxiway over there. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the channel. We're just delivering a little 737 over to Southwest Florida for our KVM Inspire, the little airline. Okay, so let's stop here. We'll go over some checks here. Okay, so our landing lights on, taxi lights can go off, strobe lights on. De-ice, anti-ice packs are on now. APU bleed is off. Engines are on continuous. Flight directors are on. Climb out speed 250 knots, and we are going up to 10,000 feet initially. Oops, get that right. we'll go up to 10,000 feet. Initially we're going to cruise at 18,000 feet today. Right, let's see how we go. Not sure how this is going to go, guys. If it all turns to custard, I'll go away and come back another day. We will see. Let's see how we go. But the latest version of Xplane, I've got to say, does look absolutely fantastic. The vanilla airports straight out of the box are just awesome. Whoa, 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 whoa. Going a bit wonky here. Gotta concentrate on what I'm doing, eh? Right, here we go. I think we've got a bit of a turn to the left, sharp turn to the left as we depart. Oh, I'm actually facing...
V1 rotate.
We've got quite a big turn to do, actually. Right, autopilot's on, LNAV's on, and we are doing a bit of a turn. We've got quite a big turn to connect up with our flight plan. I think that's because I actually took off from the wrong runway. Unbelievable. Well, it is believable, to be honest. If you watch my channel very often, it is very believable. Right, flaps up. We're doing a big turn to come around to connect up with our flight plan. Make a comment if you like, guys. Say hello. Let me know where you are, who you are. Let me know how the sound is, if it's sounding okay. Not a very long hop over to KRSW, but the flight plan that I've got, and the flight plan, it took me on a roundabout kind of way. I've got a bit of a dog leg, then I've got to go up to a waypoint called Bags, and then come back to Taney. So when you take that dog leg into account and all those waypoints, it's actually almost doubles the length of the flight if you were just going from A to B, really. Okay, so we're at 10,000 feet. That was real fast. And we're coming around to...
As we climb to our cruising altitude, I'd like to extend a special thank you to each of you, and a welcome back to our SkyMile members and Million Milers. Your business and loyalty are greatly appreciated by the entire Delta family. For your safety, it's important to remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened anytime the seatbelt sign is on. Even if the sign is off.
Look at the scenery as we come out over Florida here. beautiful. Coming out over the Florida coast, Miami coast.
Class and Delta Comfort Plus passengers, as well as available for purchase for the main cabin. A complete listing of available beverages, as well as of our fresh eats items can be found in the menus in your seat pocket. Please be reminded that Delta accepts only major credit or debit cards for onboard purchases of beverages and snacks.
Look at those engines.
However, you can use your Delta SkyMiles American
That looks
Express
so
card
good,
to
doesn't
save
it?
15% and earn
You
double
can see
miles
the
on all
navigation
Delta
lights
purchases.
reflecting
For your
on the
journey, HC
side of the
user
engine
offers
there.
payment system. On it, you can view a selection
Beautiful.
of complimentary as well as on-demand TV shows, movies, and music. You will find that this screen will work best with just a light tap of your fingertip. Feel free to use your own headset. Otherwise, if you do need a headset, just let a flight attendant know they are yours complimentary for this and any future Delta flights.
Okay, so we'll get to this waypoint deals, and then we're going to head up to 18,000 feet, and we're going to increase our altitude as well. Turn our landing lights off. Quite a nice clear day, I've got to say. Quite nice. Right, so we've got a little turn to the left here as we come through this waypoint. So I'm going to go ahead and take my speed up. Otherwise it's going to take all night to get there, which I don't mind, but you know. Let's take it up to 290. And we'll take our altitude on up to 18,000 feet. There we go. And we'll climb at around about 2,200. And we're on our way to Southwest Florida, guys. We are on our way. Lovely little livery this, KVM Inspire, a subsidiary now of Jet and Airways. Just a little budget regional airline that we rescued from going under. We don't want any more airlines to close down, so we did rescue this one. They've only got a couple of 737-800s and a couple of 767-300ERs. Dookie old things, but we have upgraded the engines to the Rolls-Royce engines on the 767s. So you'll be seeing those on a future video, but it's all old stock really, old planes. But the airline is worth rescuing, so we're going to try and keep this the KVM Inspire Airline going, and just on a few of the little regional flights. Quite a nice little livery. I spent a bit of time last night just vegging out with a couple of drinks, painting the files to create this airline, just playing around with ideas, really having a bit of fun. That's all it is, nothing more, nothing less. And I came up with this design that I quite liked, so here we are today, flying the 737 in this nice new little livery. Up to 18,000 feet, 290 knots. Now, the flight plan today, let's show you the flight plan, just in case you'd like to have a go at it sometime. Maybe you can make a better one, actually. This one didn't seem to work out all that hot, all that crash hot. I mean, it's not, when I in Microsoft Flight Simulator, in the menu flight planner, I just go from A to B, pretty much in a straight line, doesn't take long. But if you're going to do a proper flight plan the way the airliners do, proper airline departures and arrivals, tends to take you on a bit of a dog leg and a roundabout kind of way. There's no way I could find a more direct route that took me straight into the runway. It always had these big dog legs and turns and twists, and I guess that's what it's like in real life. If you're going to fly real flight plans and a flight planner, then you just have to do it, I suppose. It's the way it works out. But here we are, departing Miami. Runway 12, out through GLADS 3, KRSW, arriving at runway 06, ILS 06, with our star Tiny 2, and our transition is bags. So that's it. That is the flight plan for today. And you're welcome to have a bit of a go at it. And I think it's probably time. We programmed the. We could probably go ahead and do the frequency for the ILS. So let's have a look at that. Where did I put that? Here it is. Okay. Okay, frequency is 11150. How we're doing? We're at 18,000 feet. That is cool. So let's go down to the FMC here. We need to come down a bit lower than that. Here we go. Okay, so we want 11150 for the ILS. is it? 11150, okay. 11150, switch that over to there. And that one's already done, 11150. And a heading of 58, so let's get that done. 58, that's already in, and that's already in. So we're all good there. All good to go. Yeah, so the story of this scenario is, guys, KVM Inspire, a little regional airline, a small airline, was going under. They were going broke. A lot of airlines seem to be doing this lately. They can't just keep up with the big boys, and I didn't want to see that happen, so Jet and Airways have taken over KVM Inspire, and we've put our logo on the back, although it is a different colour, just to give it a little bit of a different identity. And we'll be using their planes just for little regional services on some flights where we need some extra planes. And that's it. We're taking this one over to Southwest Florida, where it'll be set up and put into service in some small regional routes around Miami. And we may use it in some other areas as well. But that's it. Alright, so we're turning around to the right here soon, and then we're heading up the coast of Florida. If we can zoom the map out a bit. Turn around to the right and we head up the coast towards Southwest Florida. Should see some nice scenery. It's quite a clear day, which is very good. This is our flight plan here, so you can see where we are. We're just coming out around through Glads, and then we'll turn right and head up the coast. And this is where the flight plan has got us going all the way up here. It's almost double the length of if we just took a straight line from A to B. It's made our flight quite a bit longer, but I guess that's closer to reality, I guess. So you're welcome to take a screenshot or write down, take a photo of these waypoints, have a go at the flight plan, or maybe come up with one that's even better. Let me know in the comments how you go. Right, we're turning to the right now and heading up the coast. Where's our plane gone? There it is. Right, so how have you guys been going? How are you enjoying your flight simulator? Have you bought any new planes? What have you been up to? What's new? There's been some amazing airliners come out in flight simulator lately. The 717. Right, so how have you guys been going? How are you enjoying your flight simulator? Have you bought any new planes? What have you been up to? What's new? There's been some... Oh, got some feedback coming. I've got the stream running on my other monitor so I can see if there's anyone watching. And I had the volume turned up, so there we go. Turn that volume down. Yeah, so some amazing new planes come out in the sim. The 717. There's the F-27. Is it the Fokker 27? That looks pretty awesome. The detail on some of these airliners coming out now is just phenomenal. There's the MD-11, I think it is, or the MD-80, is it? That's come out. That is pretty awesome looking, fantastic. But the price on some of these planes, Just Flight, there's a couple that have come out from Just Flight. They're like $100, New Zealand dollars. Just Flight. There's the BAE 46, I think it is. It's over 100 New Zealand dollars for one plane. I mean, the detail and everything is just fantastic, but I can't afford to spend that just on one plane. And the Just Flight, what's the other one? The F-27. That's $100 Kiwi dollars. That's just an incredible amount of money. I couldn't do it. I could not do it, guys. It is just too much. For me anyway. The big time YouTubers seem to be buying new planes every week. Every time there's a new plane come out, they buy it so they can do videos on it. Man, I just don't know how they... Just don't know where they get all the money from. It's expensive buying the new stuff every week whenever something comes out. But they've got to, you see, they're competing with all the other big time YouTubers. If they don't keep something fresh and new on their content, then they don't get the looks, they don't get the likes, they don't get the views, and they don't make as much money out of you guys and YouTube. So they've got to keep spending those bucks to get something new on the channel, otherwise all the viewers get bored with them. Well, I'm afraid I'm not like that, guys. I just have to plod on with what I've got. I just plod on. I've got quite a few planes that I never get time to fly now, so there's no point in me keeping on buying new planes. Normal people don't do that. Normal people just fly their favorite planes, maybe every so often get a new add-on or a DLC. You know, it's only the big time YouTubers that are buying new planes every week so they can make new content. They've got to compete with each other. But us normal guys, we don't do that. We just enjoy the planes we've got and enjoy the flight simulator the way we like to. I'm very, very fortunate I've got Xplane as well as flight simulator, and that's, I really only need one, to be perfectly honest, but there are aspects of Xplane that I really, really love, and there are aspects of flight simulator that I really love, and I think for the channel it is good to mix it up a little bit as well, because there are some people that just fly Xplane and nothing else, and vice versa with flight simulator. So if you have a little bit of content with both, I think it's quite good. Let's have a look outside. Flying up the coast towards southwest Florida, and this lovely KBM Inspire 737-800, just looking gorgeous, and some beautiful scenery to boot. This is the latest version of Xplane, Xplane 12.1. and it is stunning. It is stunning. You'll see the scenery and the immersive sounds and everything and the feeling of it as I come into a land, but it is fantastic. Welcome to the stream, guys. Make a comment, let me know you're there. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from. Are the sound levels all okay? Do you enjoy your Xplane? Or do you just enjoy the your flight simulator? Microsoft. Haven't done a stream for a while. I started doing them early morning here in New Zealand time, about 7:30 in the morning. And I used to get a few viewers, which was quite good, but it's a bit hard to get up, to be honest. It's winter time here and it's freezing in the morning. Not only is the cockpit cold and dark, but the office is cold and dark. My computer's cold and dark. Yeah, it's not nice. Get myself put the little heater on though. Put the little heater on, get myself a nice hot cup of coffee. I'm usually pretty good, but the last week or so I think I've been a little bit lazy, so maybe I need to start my early morning streams again. What's the time where you are now? I think the time here is about, the time here is 20 to 9 in the evening in New Zealand. So yeah, let me know what the time is there if you're watching this. Let's have a look at our flight plan. Oh yeah, we're coming up to that dog leg on the flight plan. And we got to turn around and come back towards the airport. So I'm going to start my descent, start coming down. I'll come down to 7,000. We can bring our speed down as well. It hasn't really taken too long. Didn't turn my clock on again, damn it. Always forget to turn that bloody clock on. Not good, is it? Dodgy pilot. Right, let's start coming down. You can see our dog leg. We come all the way up here. What's the name of that waypoint? Bags. We come all the way up here to Bags, do a big loop around, then come all the way back to connect up with our final approach. It really does take us on quite a diversion, this flight plan. But that's what it's like, I guess, in the real world. It's not a straight line from A to B, is it, when you're doing real live sort of flight plans for airliners. Look at the scenery here, guys. This is just lovely. We're in the latest version of Xplane, Xplane 12.1, I think it is. Stunning. Coming up to Taney and then to Tropic. Got a bit of a big loop to do there. And then we'll be on connecting up with our final approach. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel. Hey, Melky's here. Hi, Malcolm. Morning. Good morning, William. 9:40 in the morning here. Okay. This stream was a bit of a spontaneity thing, Melky. And I'm not in Microsoft Flight Simulator, otherwise I would have invited all you guys to come on in, but I'm in Xplane today. You've got insufficient fuel, William. You will have to find a car park. Oh, okay. Insufficient fuel. I don't know. I think I might be alright. You might be right though. If I got insufficient fuel. Maybe I have. Can I order a can I get a mid-air fueling tanker to come up and connect up, Melky? They do that in the Air Force. I should be able to get a fuel tanker to come up and I should be able to get a fuel tanker to connect up with me, You'll have to find a car park. Have I really got insufficient fuel? Really? Really? Let's have a look. Is it insufficient? What do you think, Malky? Should I do a diversion? Look on your TV at the bottom. I can't read that, what you said. Flight, what is that? Down there? Is that what you mean? Those gauges down there? 1200? Well, I'm turning around now to turning around the left to come into my final approach. Look at the bottom of the FMC. Okay. Oh, insufficient fuel. yeah, okay. Alright. No worries. Might have to do a bit of a glide, huh? Well, I'll finish this turn. Well, what will I do? What shall I do? It's decision time, Malky. It's decision time. I like the livery. Yes, it's nice. I painted this livery last night, Malky. I burned the midnight oil, coming up with this livery. A subsidiary of Jet and Airways, a little regional budget airliner. Insufficient fuel. Right, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the autopilot. Turn off the autopilot, bring the throttles right down, do a descent and come in manually. Try and keep my throttles down to a minimum. Put it down on idle and just drift my way in. I will leave the flaps up so I don't have any drag. And we'll see if we can make it to that airport, shall we? See if we can make it to KRSW. How far have we got to the airport? Let's have a look. Too far. I've got the engines on idle, so I'm just going to drift down slowly. What's my altitude? 5,000 feet. So we'll come down slowly. So you can see my flight plan there. I'm going to take a more direct route in a straight line, straight over towards the runway, and then I'll just come in. Pretty much going in a straight line now. So we might be okay. Failing that, Melky, we can always land in the car park. I'm good at that. I'm good at landing in car parks. It's my forte, you might say. 3,000 feet. Not too far to go. Airspeed is coming down slowly. I don't want to lose too much altitude at the moment. Don't want to lose too much altitude. Still got that sign there, insufficient fuel. Thought I had enough fuel, but the new flight plan almost doubled the length of my flight. If you can get a 777, I'm sure you can get a 737 in one. If I can fit a 737 in the car park, I should be able to get a 737 in the car park, Melky. Right, so let's see if we can get there without running out of fuel, eh? The display says insufficient fuel, so I've turned off the autopilot and I'm taking a direct straight line to the runway. I've informed the airport, I've informed Tower that I'm coming straight in, so they've got everything set up for me. I need to bleed off a little bit of speed. I'm okay at the moment. So I'll bring my speed down so I can get my gear down. Get my speed down, get my gear down. You never know. I might even be able to turn on the ILS. I might even be able to get some diamonds. If not, I'll just take her in manually and we might be fine. Look at that scenery. This is the latest version of Xplane, guys. I'm just so impressed.
2,500.
What's my speed now? Coming down. Around 200 knots is good. 2,000 feet is fine. I'm approaching the final approach. If I can just hold it about here for a while. Still got a little bit of fuel left. Got a little bit of fuel. I think we'll be going to be okay, Milky. Let's come down to 2,000 feet before we turn around to the left. We'll drop some flaps because I need to bring some speed down now. So if you just joined us, guys, we've got insufficient fuel. We had a bit of a mishap and a bit of miscalculation, so we're coming in to KRSW with not enough fuel. I turned off the autopilot and I'm coming in direct. I'm bypassing all my waypoints so I can use less fuel and get to the runway. Coming in over Southwest Florida, so I'm going to be turning to the left soon to be on our finals, and here we go now. So we are configured. We're configured with our flaps down, our gear down. 150 knots is okay. We got some diamonds there as well. I haven't locked onto the ILS. I'm going to come in manually. I can see the runway, so I have a visual.
$2,500.
We haven't lost our engines yet, guys. We've still got our engines. We're configured, flaps down, gear down. I probably could have done an ILS approach, but I think we're okay just coming in manually. We have good visibility, so we're okay in that respect. Just got to make sure I don't lead off too much speed. The fuel tanks are almost empty. I'm going to try and stay a little bit high just in case I do lose my engines. We can drift down a little bit. have a look at our replay after this,
1,000 feet, stabilized, missile
and we'll see how we go with our landing on the replay. Now listen to the noises, the sounds, guys, as we land here.
Pull up.
300.
Throttle to idle.
Think rate.
200.
Think rate. Think rate. Think rate.
100.
Think rate. Think
50.
rate.
40.
Think rate.
30. 20. 10.
And welcome to Southwest Florida. I can't quite taxi out there, but I'm going to get off the runway and then we're going to have a look at the replay and take a look at our landing. See how good it was or wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated with your seatbelts securely fastened until the captain has parked the aircraft at the gate and turned off the seatbelt sign. This will be your one and only indication that it's safe for you to get up and move about the cabin. Please be reminded to use caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from articles that may
Flaps
have
up.
shifted during landing. You may now use your mobile phones and other handheld electronic devices while we taxi to the gate. However, your laptop computers and larger electronics must remain stowed. We invite you to visit delta.com for all your future travel needs, including checking in for a flight and managing your SkyMiles account. If any of you should have questions regarding ground transportation, baggage claims, or any other information,
Okay, so I'm going to put the brake on there, and we're going to go back and have a look at the replay and see how that landing was. Coming in with no fuel. We're running on fumes, guys. We're running on fumes. Here we are. Okay, Malky, thanks for calling in. I'll see you on Tuesday for the group flight. Thanks for watching, mate. Okay, so here we come for our replay. The replay of our landing, to see how good it was or wasn't. We had almost zero fuel, so I'd bypassed a few of the waypoints on our flight plan. I called ahead to the airport and got permission from Tower just to come straight in because we were running a little low on fuel. And so I did a landing, and this is just a replay of our landing now, so let's see how good we were. Not yet. 5 minutes. Here we go. Oh, that was our landing, and welcome to Southwest Florida. And not too bad. Not the best I've done, but not too bad. Considering I had to come in early I was low on fuel, running on fumes, but stuck my engines on idle and just drifted into the runway, and I think we did all right. We can have another look at that touchdown, actually.
100,
Here we go.
50, 40, 30, 20, 100.
Let's just have another look at the touchdown. Here we go. See how easy it is to do the replay on Xplane? You just click the button and away you go. That's why I love this so much. Hi Sony. Hi Sonny, how are you, mate? This was a bit of an emergency landing because I was running out of fuel. A little bit of an emergency landing, not a bad landing too. I've done a lot worse. I've done a lot worse. Quite happy with that, to be honest. I'm okay with that landing. So this is a new airline, guys. We have taken over, Jet Airways have taken over KVM Inspire. It was going to go down the gurgler. We rescued it and we have revived these little old planes. We've put the Jetin sort of logo at the back with a different colour on the tail, just to keep its identity. And we're going to run these old planes in a couple of regional little flights. We only have a couple of 737-800s and a couple of 767-300s. So we're going to fly them as part of this new little airline, a subsidiary of Jetin Airways. But the livery came up quite nice. I painted this last night. It worked away, burnt the midnight hours. Got my paints out, my painting out, and did a bit of a livery for KVM Inspire. Quite happy with it. Right, let's turn off the reverse thrusters. Turn off the reverse thrusters, and we can taxi to the gate. Up over there. Let's go. Now this is the default vanilla out-of-the-box airport, so I'd quite like you to take a look at this, guys. Is my brake on? Brake's on. Okay. Have a look at this little vanilla out-of-the-box airport, because the vanilla out-of-the-box airports in Xplane are just awesome. They really are. And I have no desire to upgrade them. I just think they look great as they are. Okay, let's taxi up to the gate here and we'll have a look at this lovely airport. This is the Zibo 737-800 that I've repainted. Got to try and stay on the taxi line, always helps. Hi Sonny, thanks for calling in, mate. Thank you, nice to have your company. What's the time where you are? Whereabouts are you? Sonny. Oh, is that Sonny? Is that the Sonny I know? From the laundry, the guy who drives racing cars? Is that you, Sonny? If that's you, hi mate, how are you? Good to see you. you're still driving those racing cars, those Formula One cars. Right, let's come into this airport. Now look at this, guys, for a vanilla out-of-the-box airport Xplane. It just looks awesome. It really does. So where are we going to park? Where are we going to park? Let's head over there. Park beside that American Airways, is it? Let's head in here, shall we? United. We're heading beside that little United plane there. Come in at the wrong angle there, really, but never mind. We should be okay to get that that jetway connected all right. That'll do us right there. Just kick on that park brake. Kick on the park brake. Kill these engines, and that's it. Well, that's it, guys. After all that, I actually enjoyed that little trip. Have a look at this airport. Look how busy it is. It's a life all of its own. So many airlines: United, Southwest, Delta. They're all here. And there's no add-ons or DLCs. This is just as it is. It's fantastic. Although I didn't do my calculations very well, and my setup wasn't very good, I was running low on fuel. I had to bypass a few of my waypoints and just come straight into land. We did okay, and I enjoyed that flight. I think I'm going to do it again. Quite a nice little flight plan, actually. Quite enjoyed it. I'll bring more petrol next time. So I'll be able to finish my flight plan and not take any shortcuts. What a good idea. Let me know what you think of the livery. Nice little livery. A little subsidiary airline from Jetin Airways. KVM Inspire. Feeling free. And it's going to be a little regional budget airline. We've got the 737-800 and also the 767-300ER, the old 767. I've replaced the engines. They had the old Pratt & Whitney engines in it, and I've replaced the 76 engines with the Rolls-Royce engines. So we got brand new Rolls-Royce engines. We've upgraded them. So probably our next flight might even be in the 767. If you like Microsoft Flight Simulator, we have group flights on a Tuesday, so go back and see some of my other videos. You'll see the Discord address underneath. Feel free to join the Discord and have a chat and see how you go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks Melky. Thanks Sunny. Keep well, guys. Enjoy your Flight Simulator or your racing cars, whatever you are into. Have fun, and I'll see you on the next video or the next stream. Take care. Over and out, boys. supposed to be off. It's supposed to be